Hello, my name is Marisol Rivero. I'm a student of Mechatronical Engineering at Anáhuac Mayap. This project focuses on the design of an embedded system for a digital wildlife monitoring data collection, in this case specified for sea turtles conservation programs. For this project overview, we can say that this project is focused on the development of an embedded system for wildlife field data collections, and which is designed to support this kind of monitoring activities in the field. Also, the system aims to digitally collect the structured monitoring data during the sea turtle observation activities, which is their size, their type, and their location, their activity during the monitoring or their observing. And instead of recording the information manually on paper forms, which is what they are doing right now in most of the investigation in camps. This system provides a portable interface that allows us and me as a student and the researchers to input the monitoring data device in a digital interface, which makes an efficiency in the process of capturing this data. Several species of the sea turtles are currently classified as endangered or threatened due to factors such as habitat loss, climate change, and human activity. Because of this, conservation programs conduct monitoring activities during nesting seasons to better understand turtle populations and nesting behavior. In some cases, technologies such as environmental sensors are used to collect automatic data in the field. However, many important observations, such as species identification, nesting activity, and nest conditions, are still recorded manually by researchers during monitoring activities. Despite the importance of wildlife monitoring, much of the data collected during field activities is still recorded manually using paper forms. These forms are used to document observations, such as species identification, nesting activity, environmental condition, and other relevant monitoring information. After field work is completed, the collected data must be manually transcribed into digital databases for analysis and storage. This process can be time-consuming and might introduce the transcription errors, which can affect the efficiency and reliability of data management. We know that the efficiency and reliable data collection is essential for this kind of wildlife monitoring and conservation programs. In order to implementing digital tools for field data collection can improve the accuracy, organization, and the accessibility of monitoring this data. So this portable embedded system is designed specifically for this kind of field work, and which can simplify the structured data entry during these monitoring activities and reduce the need of the manual transcription and the most important of the human error by translating this data. As a general objective, we have to develop a portable embedded device that functions as a user interface for structured digital data collection in environmental monitoring projects, as is Printer working with, improving field data recording, reducing human error, and enhancing the efficiency of database generation for research and conservation. For this general objective, we have this for a specific objective, which is the first, design the hardware architecture, then develop a user interface, would be the program in which you capture the data, implement a data storage system in which you storage the data that you capture, and evaluate the functionality and usability of the device, which will be testing it in the condition of the environment that we will use. The scope of the project will be that the system will function as a prototype and not as a commercial product yet. The device will be focusing on the manual data entry, not on the automatic sensor-based monitoring. This means we will be more focused on the interface for the user for the capturing data, instead of adding sensor for having environmental and external things. And talking about more of the limitations, we have that the prototype will be for research purposes, and will be a little bit more limited in the field testing, since we might not be able to be on the beach doing tests so frequently, so that would be one of the limited. And we might not get the chance to have a waterproof device in its entirely finished product, but we'll be working on it. For the system architecture, we have this kind of diagram in which we divide it in the field observations, which is what you're seeing in the moment while you're doing the monitoring. Then you have the user interface. They would be the device in which you capture the data. And the data would be storage in the microcontroller that also control the interface and the program, and later that data is processed to be saved in some sort of storage and later be used in an Excel or in a table. From the expected deliverables, we have first the functional prototype of the embedded data collective device, which is the hardware of the system, the digital interface for the structured wildlife monitoring, which is the software of the device in which you will be capturing data, the system documentation including the hardware and the software design, in which I will provide you my analysis of my design of my circuits and my program, the organized digital database generated from the system, which is the captured data of the device in a monitoring situation, and at last but not least, the final technical report of the project, in which I will document every step I did and I made from this project. For the timeline, we have a Gantt diagram in which I will explain a little bit how this project works. The project will be developed between February and November, following several main phases. The first stage includes research and system definitions. This is followed by the design and development of the hardware and the user interface. After that, the embedded system will be implemented and integrated to finally test the device of the monitoring and animals, and it would be documented and prepared for the final presentation. The purpose of this project is to support the researchers and conservation programs as ProNatura, which is one of the organizations that is validating this project right now, to be more reliable with the monitoring information that you have during the campaign of the investigations. Also, that the researchers can put more of his time by helping animals and transcripting data, which we can be helping with this kind of project.